What is the poverty rate and how is it measured? Imagine a line that shows the income level people need to meet basic living needs. That line is called the poverty threshold. The poverty rate tells us what percentage of people fall below this line. In the United States, this measurement helps us understand how many are struggling to get by. The official way to measure this is called the official poverty measure. It was created in the 1960s and is based on the cost of a minimal food diet from that time. Since then, it has been adjusted for family size and inflation. If a household earns less than this threshold, everyone in that household is considered to be living in poverty. The thresholds change depending on how many people are in the household and their ages. For example, in the year 2025, a family for living in the contiguous states would need an income of about $32,150 a year to stay above the poverty line. An individual would need roughly $15,650. These figures are used by the U.S. Census Bureau to calculate the poverty rate and by government programs to decide who qualifies for help like Medicaid or the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. There is also a broader way to measure poverty called the supplemental poverty measure. It includes costs for clothing, housing, utilities, and communication services. It also considers government benefits and necessary expenses. This measure often shows a higher poverty rate than the official one, meaning more families face economic hardship than the official numbers suggest. Currently, about 11.5% of Americans live below the official poverty line, which is around 37.9 million people. Poverty rates tend to be higher among children, single-parent households headed by women, people without a high school diploma, unemployed household heads, and racial minorities. Understanding how the poverty rate is measured helps us see the bigger picture of income and wealth distribution in the country. It shows where gaps exist and helps policymakers decide where to focus resources. The official measure has some limits because it relies on outdated ideas of what people need to live and doesn't fully account for regional differences or non-cash benefits like food stamps. Knowing this information helps us see the real challenges many face and highlights the ongoing need for policies that support those in need. It also points out the gap between the minimum wages paid and the income needed to avoid poverty, especially since the federal minimum wage in 2025 remains below the poverty line for full-time workers. This gap reminds us that addressing poverty requires more than just wages. It needs a comprehensive approach to economic support.